Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is Wednesday. It is the 29th day of June. Today is National Almond Butter Crunch Day. National Camera Day, so a good day to snap a photo of something. National Waffle Iron Day. Do we still have a waffle iron?
No.
We got rid of that?
We got rid of that.
We
quite
had
a while
one,
ago.
and then we got one, and then apparently got rid of it again. But the reason we got one is I had seen online where somebody made brownies and a waffle iron, and I had to get one at like 11 p.m. It was an emergency waffle iron purchase, which doesn't happen very much.
Apparently.
But today would be a good day to do that. You can also make cinnamon rolls in your waffle iron. Oh.
Yes, you can.
And waffles, I've been told. I've never done that. National Parchment Day today as well. And in addition to all of these amazing things, I have an amazing guest, a very funny stand-up comic by the name of Dustin Nickerson. I've met him before. He claims to be the world's most average person. He's way funnier than the average person. He's been involved in a lot of amazing things, and he's got a new book out, Heidi. His book is a marriage book, How to Be Married to Melissa. I'll be chatting with Dustin Nickerson coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Getting a great education doesn't just help people be more successful. It may also keep them alive longer in the future. A new study finds people with a stronger academic background show fewer signs of age-related mental decline during old age. So that's good to know.
That is good to know.
It's not good for me, but it's good for people who are smarter than me. Another survey says while people born during the spring and summer months tend to have excessively positive temperaments, they're also more likely to experience rapid shifts in mood. 2011 research study in the Journal of Affective Disorder says here, on the other hand, those who made their entrance into the world during winter months are less likely to have irritable temperaments. What do you think, Heidi? I was born in a winter month. You were born in a summer month. Do you agree with any of that?
I really do not, especially not lately, but
I kind of wondered. That's why I asked. No, I think my temperament, and it's weird because I'll be in a really good mood, then just instantly, like, something just makes me not happy.
It's insane.
Yeah, and then Heidi has to remind me, take a deep breath. It's going to be fine. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that science is finally backing up what you've known for a long time? Well, maybe not you, but some people have been saying for a long time that smoking weed makes you nicer and less greedy.
Okay.
In a recent study published by the Journal of Scientific Reports, University of New Mexico researchers found evidence that cannabis makes people more empathetic as well as less motivated by money. And I think what they really mean to say in the study is they were sitting around smoking weed and they got caught by their professor and they're like, no, we're doing a study. This whole thing is just a study. That's all it is. So pretty sure that's what happened. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but there we go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Donna Mills claims to be the blueprint for Greece's Sandy. The TV icon, who is famous for her Dallas spin-off series Knots Landing, shared a video where she was dressed up as the chauffeur from the 1978 movie musical, a role made famous by Olivia Newton-John. In the clip, Mills says she was the model for the character. In the caption, she wrote, "Does the character Sandy from Grease look similar to me? Here's why. Did you know I went to school with Jim Jacobs, the musical co-writer?" Anyway, he used her as the model. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Michael Jackson's estate claims in a lawsuit that a man engaged to one of his siblings used the chaos surrounding his death to steal a large amount of property from the singer's home. That's not good. This happened back in 2009. That's when Michael Jackson passed away. But there were a bunch of things taken, clothing, prescription pills, handwritten notes, all kinds of stuff. So that is not good. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. With gas prices at or near all-time record highs, people are looking for help wherever they can get it. So what about that little eco button on your car's dashboard? Not everybody has one, but some do. Does it really do anything aside from, illuminate a little green leaf on the display? Sheldon Williamson, professor of the Automotive Center of Excellence at Ontario Tech University, says, while some car makers claim the eco mode may help you realize as much as 10 to 12% in fuel savings, it says most of us are not going to save that much, but it is still worth it, according to him. Have you ever even heard of this before, Heidi?
I have not.
Higher-end luxury cars packed with more technology advances may be more likely to reach that 12% savings threshold. But he said for most vehicle owners, they're going to see a savings of maybe 5%. Most vehicles that do have the eco mode, they say that it puts your vehicle in the most effective position for cruising on the highway at a steady speed, traveling through the city under normal conditions, or driving across flat terrain. This is when nothing is being towed and when you don't need air conditioning on. So the conditions have to be just right, in other words, for that to do what it needs to do. And plastic surgery. This is a topic that, some people get a little huffy about because they're one side of the aisle or the other side of the aisle on any of it. But take a listen to this. It says, most people have facial plastic surgery because they're hoping to shave a decade off their perceived age. But a study found the average amount of years shaved off is 3. In fact, your plastic surgeon tells you, if they do tell you that I can make you look, 10 years younger, they say you should probably look for a new one because there's no guarantee on how many years they're going to make you look younger, which is why reputable plastic surgeons should tell you their work will make you less tired and more refreshed, but they're not going to say, typically, they're going to make you look younger. So, interesting stuff. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Super excited to visit with our guest today. Very funny stand-up comic, Dustin Nickerson. He's got a brand new book out. We're going to chat about that. And Dustin, I see you do about 300 shows a year. You don't have a whole lot of time off to, mess around and just have fun, do you?
Oh, listen, I am not talented enough to not work hard. That's all I have. It's Eventually, I might catch up to my peers just on pure endurance.
There you go. I've actually seen Dustin perform. He's a very funny guy, very, very talented guy as well. And now you've got this new book. Let's talk about it. How to Be Married to Melissa, a hilarious guide to a happier, one-of-a-kind marriage.
Yeah, the basic idea of it is that I think marriage books are a crock. I think that it's hilarious that anybody would ever take your money willingly to give you tips on a marriage. Because people are so uniquely different with their own unique sets of challenges. And so we thought, well, what if we just wrote a book about our marriage? And we looked at the things that, usually cause problems in marriage: fighting, communication, sex, faith, kids, in-laws, all that type of stuff. And so this is what it looks like for us. I don't know if this will help people, It'll help them, if for no other reason, though, that they'll look at our marriage and they'll probably feel better about theirs. You know? We can make it work than anybody can.
I love that. Now, again, the book is called How to Be Married to Melissa. In the book, you're going to find things like this. Our footprints are both in the sand, but on different beaches. Let's talk about that.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. I mean, my wife and I got married really young, and I think that there's really a dumb luck to a marriage that when you get married young, you grow in compatible ways as opposed to compatible ways. Like, we just kind of grew in a way that still worked. But one of those things that changes is faith and where you're at belief-wise. And, you know, we just tell the stories of just like, hey, man, you've got to work that stuff out. And I'm not going to judge you. You work out, figuring out why you're on this planet, and I'll go have my existential dread and breakdown over here in the corner too, and hopefully we can meet in the middle for coffee sometime.
I love that. In the book, you also talk about having children. How many kiddos do you and Melissa have together?
We have 3 kids. Our kids are 15, 12, and 8. So we're in the thick of it. And
children can bring a completely different perspective to a marriage, can't they?
Yeah, nothing changes your marriage more than another exceptionally needy human being in the home. And, those are just demands every amount of intention and will and effort and thought and resource that you've ever had. You go just from being a couple to caretakers, just like that. And that's the same thing. I mean, you could read all the books you want, you can listen to all the people you want, but until you experience, until that, I mean, you don't even need a license or anything. They just hand you that baby, and you just got to go keep it alive. It's insane.
And it's really crazy. The first couple of years, the kids in the house, they're not really pitching in much, are they?
I'm 15 years waiting for the first pitch in. I don't know what you mean first couple of years. I mean, you know what? That's not true. Yesterday, my wife, I was coming home from Rochester. My wife went to Home Depot, and we had to buy a fold-out table. And my son carried it to the car, and she took a picture. And she goes, "This is the moment I've been waiting for 15 years."
Nice. It's here.
Someone to carry the folding table. Exactly.
You're turning the corner. That is so exciting. Now, for people who want to find the book, How to Be Married to Melissa, a hilarious guide to a happier, one-of-a-kind marriage, where can we find this, Dustin?
Listen, anywhere you buy books, at least you can get it online. It's going to be in store at Barnes & Nobles. I always recommend supporting your local independent bookstores unless you are really passionate about them in Jeff Bezos' space, which I understand. If that's important to you, I get it. Most online bookstores, it's available there, and then in person it's at Barnes & Nobles, and then it's in some indie bookstores as well.
That's awesome. Now, if people would like to follow you on social media or maybe catch your comedy tour schedule, how do they find you online?
As far as I know, I'm the only Dustin Nickerson in show business. And so if you look that up, Dustin, and then Nickerson, Nickerson, DustinNickerson.com. Book, tour dates, show appearances, all that kind of stuff. That's all on that fancy little website of mine.
I'll throw a link to it in the show notes as well. Dustin, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. The new book is out right now, How to Be Married to Melissa. We're going to have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Pound for pound, human bones are stronger than steel. Isn't that crazy?
That is
Human
crazy.
bones, stronger than steel, pound for pound.
That can't be right because
It
they
is.
break.
They do, but so does steel. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sleeping on your stomach could induce weird, scary, and sexier dreams. Oh, wow.
I always sleep on my stomach.
Now we know why your dreams are so weird. All right.
That is true. They are weird.
They're very bizarre. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
More boys than girls are born during the day. More girls than boys are born during the night. That's interesting.
Oh.
I don't know why that is. And we've got room for at least one more. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world?
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
And I'm going to get one more fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average person will grow 6.5 feet or 2 meters of nose hair during their lifetime.
Oh.
Yeah. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. Question for today, Heidi. 55% of people admit they've lied about this to avoid hurting someone's feelings. What is it?
Oh.
They've lied about this to avoid hurting their feelings. I think you just did this last night, by the way.
I have no idea.
About their cooking. Yeah, I made some food.
No, I
and
didn't do that. You did
I
a
left
great
it on the
job.
grill way too long. Picked it up. I'm like, ooh, wow, this is a little overdone. Heidi's like, no, that's fine. I'm like, it's not really good. So
No, I thought it was very good.
it was not good. There you go. Mint Mobile Question of the Day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. UK police were flabbergasted, Heidi, after attempting to save what they thought was an elderly woman in distress, only to discover that the victim, in quotes here, was actually a parrot yelling help. Yeah. West Midlands police got a report of an elderly person shouting for help inside her home. When they knocked on the door, they found the property was empty, aside from, well, a parrot in the living room, in a cage. Soon after, the woman's son arrived home and said the bird was the one making all that noise. A tweet from the police force detailed the hilarious mix-up, is currently blowing up on Twitter, by the way, complete with a picture of an officer posing with the pranking parrot. So, there you go. If you want to see it, I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And our weird news does come your way courtesy of weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for The List, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. This is the most visited websites of 2022 so far.
Okay.
Short run, TikTok no longer on the top, by the way. They were number one last year, but not anymore. So do you want to guess which website is the number one website, Heidi?
Oh, gosh,
Just
I wouldn't even
say
have
a
an
name.
idea. I don't know. Facebook.
No, but they're on the list here. Number 10, Mozilla.org. Number 9, Instagram.
What is Mozilla?
Well, it's a search engine, Heidi. Number 9, Instagram. Number 8, Netflix. 7, YouTube. 6, Amazon. 5, Apple. 4, Microsoft. Number 3, most visited website so far in 2022 is Facebook. Number 2 is TikTok. And number 1, what's missing from the list? Everybody shout it out if you know the answer.
Twitter?
No, they're not on the top either, which is crazy. It's Google. Yeah. So if you're going to look for something, people typically, Google it.
Right.
Or according to this, Mozilla it on the bottom of the list. All right. I've got that entire list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. You ready for a quote today, Heidi?
Sure.
Pauline Thomason says, "Love is blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener."
Oh, cute.
It is cute. It's very clever. And it's kind of true, isn't it?
It definitely is true.
By the way, this gorgeous woman sitting next to me said yes to me almost 23 years ago. We've been married for 22, almost 23 years. So, and luckily, she's stuck by my side even through many dumb things that I've done. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Now some good news brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. A wedding nightmare turned into a Celtic dream. After a plane load of problems, local community on the Isle of Skye lent a hand. Amanda and Paul Reisler, or Riesel maybe is how you say this, they flew over 4,000 miles from Florida to Scotland only to find their luggage was missing, including her wedding dress and his suit. The couple had spent almost $15,000 on this wedding trip. They'd been planning this for over 2 years. They were ready to call the whole thing off until a photographer by the name of Rosie Woodhouse appealed to locals for a little bit of help. She was going to be snapping photos of this wedding anyway, and she's like, hey, I got a bit of an issue. You guys want to help out here? Within hours, Amanda had been offered a selection of 8 different dresses that were all in her size.
Oh, wow.
Paul was given a kilt. The bride-to-be had luckily carried the wedding rings and flowers in their carry-on. Another kind gesture, the photographer even invited the couple to her friend's home for a meal because most restaurants were closed. Afterwards, Amanda called the couple's big day imperfectly perfect.
Oh.
I think this is really neat that it happened the way that it happened. And I'll tell you what, I bet their wedding is unlike any other wedding that has happened there before and
Right.
probably after. Unless now people hear the story and go, okay, we're getting married here. We can skate by for almost nothing. No, I don't know if they ever did get their wedding dress and stuff, but when we got married, your wedding dress got lost on the way home.
It did on the way. Thank goodness it was on the way home.
On the way home, was it just your wedding dress, or was my tux in with that too?
I think it was just my wedding dress.
Yeah, but we did eventually get it. So yeah, so she wears that to work on casual Fridays, but no, she doesn't really. Do you still have your wedding dress?
No.
You know, see, because that's one of the things people
No.
talk about saving that, and I for the longest time we had it, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I was wondering about that. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.